Yeah, which is a good reason for it. And even outside of any sort of thunderstorms, it's going to be very windy tonight leading into tomorrow. So we'll talk more on that wind potential in just a moment because I know anytime we hear wind now, it starts to spur a little anxiety, which is totally understandable with a setup like this, especially. But we do have the potential of strong storms tonight. Then winds are going to pick up again into tomorrow. And then we have another alert day for next week, believe it or not. So it is certainly a spring around wave country, and it feels like it with this alert day that we have on the way. So we could see from about 8 p.m. through 2 a.m. the potential of a few strong to severe storms. The main impacts will be strong wind gusts, but we can't rule out a few isolated tornadoes that could form, especially embedded in this line of showers and storms that are going to trek their way and really race their way around wave country and work their way further to the east. And then the storms will weaken, especially as they cross over I-65. After that point, they look to weaken rather quickly. So we'll be watching that potential and that timing very closely to see how quickly they do weaken. So in terms of our severe weather outlook today for the Storm Prediction Center, again, has placed majority of us under that enhanced risk. We do, which is a level 3 of 5. We do have a level 4, which is that brighter shade of red. That's a moderate risk for areas in southern Indiana. It's a very small area for the most part, but it does include Jackson and Jennings counties, and that's going to be for the potential of some of those stronger wind gusts that we could see across southern Indiana. All right, let's talk rain chances because the best potential of those will arrive much later on tonight. So close to about 9-10 o'clock is when the precipitation and the rain and storms really begin to ramp up and move into our area. But you'll notice how quickly they begin to taper off. By about 2 a.m., most of us are going to be all said and done with the rain. So they are going to be, these storms are going to be rushing across the area, and they're going to be moving at a very quick pace. So that's the good news. The severe threat we have will be through a fairly narrow window and time frame of when that could take place. All right, let's bring you outside now, giving you a live view. This is from our downtown Louisville SkyTrack camera where we can see it's still overcast skies. We've seen a couple of breaks and pockets of sun trying to make their way through parts of the area, which we don't want to see on a day like this because that only adds to the potential of seeing those strong to severe storms. That we have several tornado watches further to our west, and these areas are where we have the best chances of seeing strong to severe storms. Think of it as like a bullseye. These brighter pink shades, these are high risk. And the last time we even had a high risk that was issued from the Storm Prediction Center was about 2 years ago. And then the last time we had it where 2 separate areas were issued a high risk, that was April of 2012. Yeah, so it's been quite some time. So this event is unprecedented, and a severe weather outbreak is likely to our west. We're going to be dealing with more than likely just the gusty winds aspect of it, which is why we have a wind advisory in place that begins at 8 o'clock tonight. But I really expect the winds to ramp up through tomorrow with those wind gusts as high as around 40 to maybe even 50 miles per hour, especially I think for areas closer to maybe Frankfort, Carroll County, a little bit further to our east. And it's going to make for a very windy Saturday, a high of 59 degrees. We do turn colder Saturday night and into Sunday morning, but it's going to give way to a beautiful second half to our weekend. It's going to be very nice. Enjoy it while it's here because we have another active week of showers and storms on the way as we head into Tuesday. We already have an alert day issued, and here's why. We already have an outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, rather, for parts of wave country. The majority of our counties are included in that, and here's why. A strong area of low pressure is going to develop across the Central Plains, and as it does so, it's going to really open up the Gulf for rich moisture to flow into our area, and that's going to allow for the potential of strong to severe storms leading into Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. We'll have to watch that timing very closely. Looking at your 10-day earliest alert, we do have a busy week. After we get through Tuesday, we got a lot to get through in terms of fine-tuned details of the forecast. So be sure to stay tuned, download the Wave Weather app. Even for today, it's going to be a great tool to have for anyone who is even maybe just hitting the roads for today. And we are going to be expecting things to be much drier, though, I will say, for our Saturday. But just stay weather aware. There's even a free radar app to use, and we have an hourly forecast that is much more accurate than anything that comes automatically on your phone. I'm just going to say that and put that out there. So it's just a great tool to have, honestly, on a day like this. I mean, even on my days off, I use it. So I feel like that should say a lot.
Yeah. And you know that 80 that's coming next week? I just wish that rain wasn't there.
I know. It always comes with like a bit of a price anytime we have, showers and storms.
Yep. Guess I shouldn't complain. All right. sorry.
You
Thanks so
can.
much,
It's
Jessica.
okay.
Well, this week, the Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs TV series is celebrating 20 years on the air with a special episode on Wave airing tomorrow night at 7. And one of the many local chefs featured on the show is one who came to Kentucky all the way from Italy. Tim Laird introduces us to him in today's Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs short.